It's a series that produced some memorable matchups. But Seattle hasn't won in Green Bay this century. Today, the Seahawks want to party like it's 1999. Right here on EA Sports.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is now one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays. Anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler. In his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the handoff, it's Dallas. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll look to run with Dallas. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Dallas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again, coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, it's Hines, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2.
The give is to Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it here. Why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they'll settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Now Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that's complete to Swain. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
From the 27, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Adam Gotsis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers.
That is caught by Amari Rodgers. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is Hines, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that?
Let's go.
They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a first down carry by Jones. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A give to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Come on.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. This is Jones, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
On first down, it's Hines. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Hines.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Hines. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson to throw.
And this pass broken out. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 7-3, 1:38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Rodgers.
Pass complete, it's Adams.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Rodgers to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Back to throw, Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Not much there, only a yard. Now Rodgers. It's complete. Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. That is caught by Rodgers. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for only a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Davis.
Personal foul.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner. Here in the closing stages.
Something that was a bit of faith. Guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
This reporter was fouled at the very end. They had the points late, right before the whistle. The ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Green Bay, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home next week for a date